What a massive win.
Absolutely incredible.
Yo, welcome to the Red Pitch Podcast. Myself, Cav, and my co-host, Scance. Boy, before we get into it, man, Scance, how you feeling, man?
Same old, man. When it comes to Liverpool, man, one game you're good, and the next game you're down. So it's all good, man. But you know me, man. I don't let football get me down.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's like being in a lift, man. You know, you just up, then you're down. So
yeah.
But yeah, man, listen, we might as well just get straight into it, man. Start off the events of yesterday, Carabao Cup final, Arsenal 0, Manchester City 2. Boy, listen, man, for me, I honestly thought, yes, big up D, man. Big up
D, man.
I honestly thought to myself, like, okay, I think going into the game, the lineup came out, and you're looking at, okay, no Donnarumma. So I was like, okay, Trafford's still a good goalie, but he's not Donnarumma. So you're like, all right, if we can pop off a few shots at goal, we might be able to get something. We're looking at O'Reilly at left back, Nunes at right back, and then you're looking at Ake and Kuzanov. You're thinking, all right, it's not, there's no Diaz, there's no Stones. Like, it's not their strongest defense, but when you got Rodri sitting in front of them and is on a bit of form, they're kind of hard to break down anyway. Bernardo Silva in there as well, and genuinely, I just thought to myself, yeah, man, this I felt confident going into it. I can't lie, I felt confident into it, and the first 20 minutes of the game, it was all Arsenal. And I was thinking, I was liking what I was seeing. I was like, okay, you know what? We're playing some good football, popping it around well. We had a chance where Trafford made the triple save.
Yeah.
But, we was moving the ball well. We was moving the ball forward. Gyökeres made a few decent runs as well in that period of time. So I'm thinking, more of the same. But, I just always felt that if we're gonna get any type of result, when you're on top, when you're on top like that against City, you have to take your chances, because if you don't score it within that period, and then they kind of get into the game, which they did, knock it about, and they started to get into the flow of it, you're like, it's going to be hard, because when City, as we know, when City get into that possession-based mental space, it's hard to get the ball off them. It's so hard. Whenever we got the ball back, it was immediate press to get it back from us. And I thought to myself, okay, we can try and hold it to half time, which we did. Second half comes out, I was like, right, the last 30 minutes of the half, it was all Cities. And I thought, okay, what's Arteta going to do? He's going to pull them in, try and G them up to come out the second half again. And I thought, you know what, if we start the second half the way we started the first, and then maybe try and get a goal this time, we got a chance. But lo and behold, just like Leverkusen away in the first leg, City just come up flying. And just popping it around. And then, obviously Ryan Cherki crosses the ball in, and Kepa, who's lost, I think, his last 4 finals. I don't know what, he jumps up to try and catch it, and somehow the ball slips through his fingers. O'Reilly headers it in. And before I continue, remember before the game, I think was it the day before the game or a couple of days before, me and you had that conversation?
Yeah, you did.
And I was saying, you know what? There was rumors about Raya starting. And I was thinking, you know what? For me, that's a no-brainer. Because for me, at this stage, it's not about sentiments. Like, I'm not thinking, oh, Kepa started every other round. Raya's clearly the better keeper, you know. And in a final, for me, unless he's had it written in his contract where he play every Carabao Cup game, that's for me, that's the only reason. But for Arteta, who, you know, hasn't won a trophy since 2019, and you're thinking to yourself, or 2020, whenever it was, I'm thinking to myself, right, you got to play your best available options that you have, right? And a lot of people were like, no, but you know, you got to play Kepa and blah, blah, blah. And I remained the same in saying, like, F sentiments.
Yeah, right? You did.
Mental things. You got to play your best players. Now, to then find out when the lineup comes, to find out Eze isn't there and he's injured, to find out Timber hasn't made it back in time, Odegaard hasn't made it back in time, and you're already like, oh my God. Okay, so the midfield creativity, where's the creativity is going to come from? See Havertz starting there, and I was like, do you know what? Havertz has come in as a 10 in a few games this season. He's played all right, but then you look at the opposition, and it's not high quality opposition. It's lower level. Kairat in the Champions League, and I can't remember the other game, but it's low level opposition. And I think to myself, can he do the 10 in against Man City? Rodri, like, you're missing that kind of the movement of Eze in there, you know. Odegaard, even though Odegaard hasn't been the best this season, but for me, like, there's moments where he has that magic, whether it's just a random shot on goal or he'll slip in a nice ball through or whatever. And, you know, me seeing Saka and White back together, which is what I was saying. I was like, for defensive purposes, I prefer Mascara.
Yeah.
Going forward, I said, you know what? Ben White, Saka, brilliant. Saka for me, not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. And like I was saying in the group, I feel like Saka's lost that explosiveness, because when he used to take off before, right, on his back leg, it was more explosive, right? And he used to do that with a bit more conviction and a bit more like grit and determination. But now, since the injury, he's kind of, I felt like he seems a bit scared to do that explosiveness out of fear of injuring himself at this part of the season, and thinking maybe if I injure myself now, I could miss the rest of the season and I could miss a World Cup.
Yeah.
And for me, I just think that if I'm Arteta, that's something I've probably noticed. So, you know, if that's going to happen, I'd probably go with Madueke. Madueke for me has been the informed right winger for us for the last month or 6 weeks or whatever. Madueke has been the informed guy. So I would have prepared to drop Saka. I knew you wouldn't drop Saka for final anyway, as the obviously captain. But for me, sometimes you just gotta. That's something Pep would do.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's something maybe a Jose would do, or even a Fergie back in the day. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know a player's not really performing, and you've got another winger on the bench who's very much more direct this season, you're gonna go with that guy. But yeah, and obviously subs as well. I felt like the subs, he kind of took too long for the subs as well, and I don't know, man. It didn't feel. I never felt after the 20-minute mark. I never felt like we were dangerous or we could actually compete or win it. I was watching it like with my nephews and stuff, and I was like, I could feel it. It's feel like it's not our day today. Nothing was really going right. Like, passing was off, everything was off. Shirky was doing his little kick ups and shithousery and pretending he's injured on the floor and all that rubbish. But yeah, even the second goal, I can't remember who crossed it in, but it was just, went over Gabriel Saliba's head, and then O'Reilly's just, comes off the back mark and glances it in for 2-0, and you're just thinking, yeah, out of all the players I was worried about before the game, it was not O'Reilly. At left back. Do you get what I'm saying? O'Reilly in midfield, yeah, he's a good player. He's a brilliant player. But when I see him at left back, I was like, no, there's no threat from him today. That's immediately what I thought. But hey, man, was the Demon says dark weekend for all of us?
Yeah, facts.
It is
Facts.
But last thing I'm going to say on it is, if we continue to play like this, from now to the end of the season, we might end up with nothing. Yeah. So it's a good thing Gabriel's pulled out of international, Saliba's pulled out of international, Trossard's pulled out of international. Like, it's good that these players have kind of pulled out. They might have little niggles and stuff, but I don't believe it's too serious. But I hope that group of players are staying behind and they're doing some work and they're talking to each other and like, listen, we're 9 points ahead. Obviously, City got a game in hand, but this is our best opportunity with 7 games to go to win this Premier League title. And for me, I know it might sound mad, but right now, I probably would put all my eggs in the Premier League basket. Like, when it comes to Premier League, I'd probably play my best team. FA Cup, I'd rotate.
Yeah.
Champions League first leg at Sporting, I would rotate as well. Not rotate heavily, but I might rest a Saliba and play a Mosquera with Gabriel. I might rest a Timber and play Ben White. I might start Madueke instead of Saka. Do you get what I'm saying? I might play Jesus instead of Gyökeres. Like, make some key decisions. And when it comes to, like I said, when it comes to the league, just go all out, man, and wrap this league up, because we can potentially wrap this league up with 3 games to go if we want to. By the time we get to City, if we can win up to City and get a result at City, do you get what I'm saying? Even if it's a draw at City, but we could potentially win it with a couple games to go. So let's focus on this, try and get it over the line, and if we're still in a decent position in the Champions League, then we can go for that again. But the FA Cup, I don't want to sound ungrateful, because I know people are like, you look at you Arsenal fans choosing what cup you want. You should just go for any. And I understand that, but we're in the best position right now. Out of everything, out of all the cups we can win, we're in the best position in the Premier League. So let's not let that slip. FA Cup, like I said, heavily rotate, play Dowman, play some of the, the fringe players. And yeah, just go for it that way, man. Put Kepa. I know Ray has been in there for the FA Cup. I don't think he was for Mansfield? I think Mansfield was Kepa as well, but
yeah, I think Kepa's played most of the FA Cup games as well, and I don't think Reyes played any of the FA Cup
games.
The
thing. Yeah. So yeah, just keep Kepa in there. It's Lewis Skelly. I want to see Skelly now get some minutes. Do you get what I'm saying? Put Skelly on. Put Skelly in the midfield. In those type of games, you get what I'm saying? Let Skelly play in midfield in the FA Cup. Let him play at left back in the Champions League, or put Calafiori in the middle. Mosquera and Calafiori. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I think we can get past the Sporting in the first leg. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
But I don't think he'll do too many changes though. That's what your problem's been this season. I think you've had a good squad, but I don't think he's utilised it enough. And then he hasn't been able to, because you haven't killed off games. You know, like when there's games and you're winning 2 or 3-0, you're thinking, all right, I can take Saka off, I can take Rice off and give him rest. Because I don't know if you saw it. I saw a lot of people mention it as well. I don't know if you saw Rice when he was going up for his medal. he looked shattered. Like he looked like he couldn't even walk up the
stairs. I'm not gonna lie. I turned it off at 87 minutes. I turned it off.
Yeah.
I've not seen what's happened after that. Nothing.
He looked absolutely shattered. Like he just looked done in. And it's down, like I said, it's down to Arteta. You've got Norgard, like he's a solid Premier League player who's been captain of Brentford, man. He's a good player. And whenever he's played for you, he's not let you down.
Yeah.
You get solid. What I mean? So he hasn't rotated enough. Like he's just, and then all these players breaking down now, like it's inevitable. Like you haven't broken down. Like going on to the actual game itself, I thought you lot had a brilliant chance. When I saw the City lineup, I was like, bloody hell, Rodri in an island by himself in the midfield. He's gonna get run. He's gonna what's it called? He's not gonna be able to handle it. But he did well, like you said. The first 20 minutes, it was all Arsenal. I thought if they score here, then it's gonna be 2-0, 3-0 possibly. But like you said, once you let City get into that little flow state, it was trouble, man. It was hard to get the ball off them, and they played well, man. They brought it back, and I sort of agree with you with the league, like concentrate on the league. But I'm thinking, I know you can't say no one's easy. There's no easy draws in the Champions League now. We get into the quarterfinals and stuff like that, but because of the route you've got into the final, I'd say this is put you might not get a route like this again.
Yeah.
Like so, you do need to go for it. But I do understand when you say like concentrate on the league. But your league form's been sketchy all season, isn't it? You've just done enough to get the points. And at this point in the season, it's just winning it. Win by any means necessary. I don't think you've got the playing style to win the Champions League, to be honest with you, because you've got no X factor players who can just like do something out of nothing to win you a game. And if you look at City, they got all types of players who can do that. And if you look at the teams left in the Champions League, they got players who can just do something out of nothing and win a game, where you not rely on your defense, which is the best defense in Europe. Let's have it right. But you've got no game changers.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, to a certain degree, I agree. But then for me, sometimes I just think, you know what? Look at last season. Everyone wrote us off against Madrid. Vinny, Mbappe, Bellingham, Arsenal going to get cooked. And look, we won 5-1 on aggregate. Do you know what I'm saying? We won both games. So, you know, there's a chance on our day. I'm telling you, man, we can play some good football. And we can.
But then again, if you're looking, he did the opposite, didn't he? He sort of like knew the league was done and put all his eggs in the basket of the Champions League. You get what I mean? So because you're in both now, you get what I mean? It's a different situation. It's like you're going for the league, but obviously you're still in a good position in the Champions League. Where last year you're basically out of the league running. Let us everything go. Concentrate on the league. So you sort of rested players in the league games, didn't you? Ready for the Champions League. Where this season you can't really do that. So
and this is where players like, I know Waneri's getting his game time. He scored yesterday or whenever it was, but this is where I'm just like, I kind of wish that we just said to him, listen, man, just sit tight. If you want to go on loan next season, we'll sort it out for you. But this season, where everyone's dropping like flies, just stay. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy, man. And obviously, like, I know what you said when you saw Rodri in the aisle by himself. For me, in my head, I was like, but it's Havertz. It's not Eze. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I don't see Havertz getting one up on Rodri.
No, I mean, as in like your whole midfield, in it, like the rise of Mendy and Havertz compared to this, like basically Rodri and Bernardo. I'm thinking, that's you should be able to win that battle. So it just wasn't one of them. It's one of the games. I think Arteta was a bit slow on the changes, like you said. Like Hincapié, he's played well all season for you, but he got that early booking, and you couldn't really do much after that. It's like take him off. Like, you've got Calafiore on the bench. Take him off. Like, you know he's on a booking.
Yeah.
One more poor tackle, he's off. Like take him off. Like, didn't take him off at half time, and you're waiting to what? You're 1-0 down before he took him off. Like, that didn't make any sense.
And Calafiore came on and done very well as well.
That's what I'm saying. And what's it called? You had Trossard out there. He was poor. Like,
he was terrible.
When did Martinelli come on? Like the 80-something minute? Like,
too late, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And then, like,
Jesus, too late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the changes came too late. So it's like, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, it's a Carabao Cup," but it's not that. It's getting that something over the line, get a trophy over the line. I know it's not a big major trophy. It's still a major trophy, but it's not a massive trophy in that sense. But for you lot to go and win that and say, "Yeah, look, as a team, we've done it now. Now we've done it. We can kick on and go and finish to get the league and get the Champions League." You get what I mean? Where now it's like a little bit of doubt. I still think you should go on and win the league, but it's still gonna be a little seed of doubt in your head. It's like, you've got 2 weeks now. You got to dwell on it for 2 weeks. First game back's against Southampton, quarterfinal away. It's not going to be an easy game. You get what I mean? So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be very interesting for me. I just feel that I hope when we come back, like I said, the likes of Saliba, it's not serious. Gabriel's not serious. Trossard's not serious. And that they genuinely have just said, listen, man, we're going to pull out because, a lot of these players, Gabriel's getting into the Brazil team, Saliba's getting into the French team, Trossard's getting into the Belgium team. Their places are secure for the internationals. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only the things that if it happens, Rice is secure as well, but it's when you've got the Eze who's genuinely injured. Now his place is going to be up for grabs in the England squad, and Madueke, he can't afford to or Saka, they can't really afford to drop out either. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of these internationals, so listen. It'd be interesting, man. But we just got to come back with a fresh mind, and in a way, I'm kind of glad that we have time off, because then players like Odegaard, who was just that close to making it, now he's got another 2 weeks to actually get to full fitness and come back in. Eze as well. If Eze isn't serious, he's got this 2 weeks to rest and come back when we go again. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, it's good. If we had to play again in midweek or something like that with all these players out, I'd have been like, oh man, do you know what I'm saying? But that's it, man. But listen, man, let's get onto some Prem, man. And boy, Liverpool, like you said, bro, it's just 1 minute Liverpool, Galatasaray, feeling good, and then come back to the Prem, to opposition that you probably should beat, and then you lose, man. So how are you feeling about the weekend?
To be fair, to be honest, I weren't confident going into the game. Like, I didn't think we would go out there and win it, because it's like the highs and low of Liverpool all season. We'll come out, have a performance, and then the next game is like sort of like changes the side and like how we play. So it's like no pressing, lost Hugo early, so that sort of messed with our game plan. And then the substitution, bringing on Jones for him, didn't really make any sense. It's like you bring it on a midfielder for a striker. Like, I didn't quite get it. Me personally, I probably would have brought on Chiesa. I know Chiesa's not done fantastic this season, but it's a winning runner.
Yeah.
Try to stretch the backfield. You get what I mean? Rather than bringing on Jones and you've got no pace up front, got no pace on the wing. So that's playing Soboso out right wing, didn't get it. Like, you know, he's been our best player this season down the middle. So we got what we deserved at the end of the day, man. There was no intensity. The first 20 minutes, we showed intensity, and then we just dropped off. Like, energy level just dropped. I don't think people are not going to say that people think I'm moaning or something like that, but this thing of like playing midweek on a Wednesday at 8 o'clock and then getting us a play at 8:30 or 12:30 on a Saturday is ridiculous. Like, for all teams, I'm not just talking about Liverpool. I don't get it. I said the same thing with Arsenal when they had a midweek game and then they had the FA Cup kickoff at 12:30 on a Saturday. How is that right? Like, the week before, City played the Wednesday against Real Madrid, but then they had an 8 o'clock kickoff on the same channel, TNT Sports, on a Saturday. So why is it okay to put Man City at 8 p.m., but Liverpool got to go down to Brighton for 12:30 on a Saturday? Like,
yeah, it's mad.
These channels don't help this team. Like, this obviously PSG are trying to get their game postponed, so they're ready. They get a week's rest before the second leg against Liverpool. So why is it all these European teams always seem to try and help their teams, but in this country they don't care? It's all about money, isn't it? Like, Liverpool's big in the Asian market. That's why they want us to do the 12:30 on a Saturday.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just ridiculous. But I'm not using that as an excuse. We deserve to lose at the end of the day. But it's just a fact that why do they keep doing it? It's like after the international break, Liverpool versus Man City is the biggest tied around. Why are we the 12:30 on Saturday? The first game back, you got us at 12:30 on a Saturday, not prime time like 4:30 on a Sunday where everyone want to watch. You got us 12:30 on a Saturday. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, these TV companies, man, they're just ridiculous.
Yeah,
getting back to the game is like, it's just hurry up and end the season, man. That's how I feel at the moment.
Why do you think Slot is making those mistakes like Soberslide on the right when he's clearly been the best player in the middle? Why is Slot making these changes?
It's not. Well, first it wasn't. He had to make the change because obviously Salah was injured, so Salah wasn't there. But we haven't got the squad. We haven't got the squad. Like, I know people say, "No, you spent 400 and something million," but as I said in the summer, I said it to you. I said to you, I think we've got some good players, but I just don't think we got the squad. We sold too many players to make up the numbers.
Yeah.
To get back money. So it's sort of like balance the books. So like, yeah, we spent 400 million, but we sold like 300 million worth of players. So the squad our squad was reduced really at the end of the day. Lost all our speed, and like I said, Isak's injured. Hugo went off injured. Just nothing, And like I said, he keeps swapping and changing his tactics. I know you need to do it. You need to tweak things for each game, but you saw how we played against Galatasaray, so just go out and do the same thing. Like, what's it called? Brighton are not that sort of team where they're playing long balls and long throws and stuff like that. They play football.
Yeah.
So if all the teams that play football against us, we've done well against. So just play football against them. But didn't seem want to do it, man. And we got punished.
Two Welbeck, Danny Welbeck goals as well, man.
Yeah.
He's another one that the fans are saying, his name should have been on that list. Obviously, you got Calvert-Lewin and Solanke, and everyone's like, well, what about Welbeck?
It's true. He's the highest goal scoring
Englishman
player
in the Premier League. Yeah. So why is he not getting knuckle looking? And like you said, Tuchel likes players that play minutes.
Yeah.
He likes players that get the minutes, and Welbeck's got enough minutes. Solanke was injured for a long period of time. Yeah, he's come back and he started to score, but God knows, man. What was the other games? Well, Everton 3, Chelsea 0. For me, it's weird, but I wasn't surprised because Chelsea for me haven't been dominant this season at all.
No.
They've been so hit and miss. I like Everton's little tweet, well, at one with the ball, whatever it was, after the game. But Liam Rosenior, he's not very likable, I've noticed, and it's not just rival fans, like some Chelsea fans. You've got obviously ex-teammates. Kevin Kilban's come out today and basically I said something about Rossini. He says like he just sounds like he's waffling half the time. Like that ain't the guy he kind of knew. He's just like, what? Who is this person? Do you know what I mean? So do you feel like he could take he reckons he could take Chelsea to the next stage and really challenge for future? Do you think he's the man to do it?
No, he's not experienced enough, man. It's like he's trying too hard to make out that he knows what he's doing. Like some of the stuff he comes out with, it's like I don't get why you writing a note to give to someone. Just tell the person what you want me to say. Like if he handed me a piece of paper, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not writing on no piece of paper. Just tell me what to say.
With like 5 minutes to go in it.
Like what are you gonna what's there to say? Like you need to win. You need to get forward. Like what are you writing down? And some of the things he comes out with, like, oh yeah, at the corner they missed their assignments. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like it just comes out with some rubbish, man. And like I said, I don't even did they do that ball thing again on Saturday?
I don't even know, I missed the start of the game, so I don't even know if they did it.
I didn't see if they did it or not, man. It's like I said, it's just his demeanor. Like even on the touchline, you're watching him, and he's not even watching a game. He's there like talking to his coaches or he's writing something down. It's like, what are you writing down? Like you can't write something down if you're not watching the game. It
was even Thierry Henry on Monday night when he said this. He talked about him saying, "Look, the goal. He's not even watching. Look."
So what are you writing down? Like it's farcical, man. Like you weren't ready for the job. He just basically got in because he worked for the parent company. Like so, that's the reason he got the job, man. It's not experienced enough. And in a way, you got to feel sorry for him because did he have a choice? You get what I mean? When they own them, it's like you can't say, "Nah, I'm staying where I am." And like, all right, then you lose your job, innit?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But he's just come in and he's just like, I just had enough of him, man.
And they've lost four? They've lost 4 games back to back. They're saying
4 games in a row, and I think it's like 3. So it's a third 3-0 loss in a row, or something like that.
No, it's the second.
Yeah.
3-0 back to backs. Yeah. Newcastle beat them 1-0, innit? The game before that.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just not doing a thing. And then who have they got next? Or Port Vale in the FA Cup, which they should win. and then the next 3 games in the league: Man City, Man United, and Brighton. So Rossini may be on the chopping blocks if they lose those 3 games.
Yep.
The Chelsea fans ain't gonna want him if he loses those 3 games. Listen, I'm behind you for City game, Liam. If you ever see this, Liam Rossini, listen, you got Man City at home in your next Premier League game. Please win. And if you win, I will never talk bad about you again.
Yeah.
Do something. He's got to do something, man. But Everton, for me, Everton look good. Beto
finish. Yeah. Good finish the first one. A little dig, man. I like that goal.
Yeah. But Beto kind of, some of his movement reminds me of like Adebayor, like back in the day. He's good. I like Beto, man. Other games, Fulham 3, Burnley 1. That's a routine. That was a routine game for me. Leeds 0, Brentford 0. It's another kind of routine kind of game. Yeah. Oh, listen, that man. Before we get onto my rivals, listen, that man, Brobby, that guy, Brobby is, bro. He's broken a lot of hearts this season. I'm telling you, Brobby. And I thought to myself, when Newcastle went up, I was like, okay, they're gonna get their revenge. The Geordies gonna get their revenge on this one, and they're gonna win. They wouldn't let Sunderland do the double. Sunderland come to St. James and beat them. Boy, was I wrong, boy. Or was I wrong? Did you see any of that game?
Yeah, watch it, man. It was a good game. Obviously, Sunderland made a mistake for the first goal. I don't know what they were trying to do, play out the back. Gordon capitalised, finished it well. But then after that, Sunderland started getting into the game. I was chatting to Spec before the game, and I was like, I don't know about that formation, man. Your midfield don't look right, man. Sunderland are gonna boss that midfield. And that's what they done, man. And like you said, Bobby, man, he was terrorising both centre-backs, man. Burns and Botman gave him a tough time. I don't know if you saw it. There was one when he sort of like, he was tussling with Botman and like they gave a foul. I'm like, nah, man, they're both tugging at each shirt. So like that should just be play on. But he was really good, man. He battled well, man. To play the lone striker, he did really well, man. He gave him a torrid time, man, and he got what he deserved, man. He deserved that goal, man, for what he done.
Yeah.
To win the game for him, man. So I think that's like I think that's sort of something that they're unbeaten in a time where Derby for like 11 years or something like that.
It's a long, because they after they beat him in the first game, they put up the little stats, and it was a long time. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's like 11 years, man. I think it's like 11 years since Newcastle beat them.
Boy, so, Newcastle
and now they got ahead of them as well.
Yeah. Listen, I thought Newcastle was. I honestly thought when they won against, was it Chelsea? Was it Chelsea they won? I was thinking in my head, I was like, you know what? I think Newcastle might just find that grit. But it seems like even after the first game against Barca, where I was like, okay, Newcastle playing some energy. But I think that battering by Barca, that dented their confidence, and obviously coming to the game, they scored early. I even said it when they scored. I was like, I think they scored too early here. It's too early. It's too much of the game left. They done it. So Sunderland 11th, Newcastle 12th. Specs has been saying it from December. He's like, we won't finish in the top 10.
Yeah, it has been.
And even me, I was like, nah, Newcastle. What? Come on. Like Gomeres, Joe Linton, Tonali, Visavo, Tamade, like Barnes, Gordon. That team won't finish top 10. I was like, And I was looking at the teams ahead of them, like Brentford, Everton, Fulham. I'm like, nah, Newcastle are better than those teams, so they should. But and then the rumors about Gomeres today, linked to Man United.
Yeah.
Agreeing terms with United off the book. I don't know why that would come out now, whether to believe it or not. But
I'm not too sure about that. He's agreed yet. We'll probably wait to the end of the season and see where things are at. But I will say it into some of the specs and all that. Like playing every 3 days is going to hamper you, man. We said it. Like it happened last time they were in the Champions League as well. It impacted their league form, and it's done the exact same thing again.
Yeah. I mean, 7 games left. Let me just see who Newcastle got. They got Palace, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Brighton, Forest, West Ham, and Fulham. Can they win the majority of them games and get a conference or thing? It's going to be tough, man. There's a lot of teams that they're playing are fighting for something or another. Do you know what I'm saying? So It's going to be difficult. It is going to be difficult, man. Obviously Villa beat West Ham 2-0, which standard result. But yeah, listen, before we go, man, Tottenham 0, Forest 3. Tottenham lose again at home. Like they had the parade. Bro, I'd never known a team that's in a relegation fight to have a parade, a full-on parade, all down Tottenham High Road, following the bus, got the flags, the smoke, and all, doing all that to try and G up the team for the team just to get battered 3-0.
You know,
it's like, are we doing parade for relegation fights now? Like, what are we doing? If, bro, and this is what I don't get with people. You don't really hear about it, bro. If this is Arsenal, certain things like Arsenal getting ridiculed, the way even Liam Rossini, if Arteta was doing what Rossini was doing, going for weeks, your head, Carragher will be talking about it, Neville will be talking about it, all these talks, all these podcasts will be talking about it. You're not really hearing nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. At one with the ball. Yeah, people made a joke of it, with them hugging the ball, but it kind of went after a while. You're like, where's the energy?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
But to be fair, though, you can't really, for the Spurs fan, I can see why they did it. Like,
what, the parade?
Trying to, not the parade, but like, I don't know if it was a parade, but it's in like trying to G up the fans.
No, bro. When I tell you, yeah, it was a full-on parade. The whole high road, was like carnival, bro. Like they had won the Europa League last year.
That's madness. But I agree, like greeting a coach. I get that, like trying to G up the fans, because obviously a lot of people are saying, like the fans have like crashed out on the players and stuff like that, and leaving early and stuff like that. So showing a bit of support, but to do all that and then to lose 3-0, especially after obviously they got the draw against us, so they did decent against Atletico. So you're thinking they're sort of like turning it around a bit. Tudor's turned it around. They could get something, and then to lose 3-0 to one of your, well, basically your relegation rival. That's just big. And like we were chatting about earlier, like looking at their fixtures is like where the points coming from.
Yeah,
you get what I mean.
I mean, I know Tudor, obviously, rest in pieces. He got told after the game his dad had passed away, so rest in peace to him. But I reckon that when we get back from the international break, I think he's going to be gone. You know, I don't think he's gonna last these 2 weeks.
Nah.
And I think with what's happened to him personally as well, I think he might just think, you know what?
Yes.
Let me just go home, man, and just, you know what I'm saying?
And stay there. Who would you bring in? Like who would you like? No, taking off your hatred to Spurs. who would you bring in?
Do you know what? I know there's been rumors floating around saying Redknapp has said, listen, man, just give me the job. I'll keep them up. You know, Harry Redknapp's got that energy, but is he too old now? God knows. But for me, I would maybe look at an ex-player, maybe. Someone like, obviously I know they've had Ryan Mason do it, but someone like a Ledley King who's got that DNA, that proper Spurs DNA, someone that the players will probably all look up to and respect as a club legend. Do you get what I'm saying? Just for 7 games, and then maybe bring in a team with Ledley as well. It don't have to be him solely, but it could be Ledley and someone else, like kind of like do like a Howe and Tyndall kind of thing, like together. Do you know what I mean? Where they can kind of get the players playing again. Get Get Son back for 7 games. You know, he went to America, innit? I don't know if they were on a
Yeah,
break, if they're on a break right now, or whatever. But listen, bro, get Son back for 7 games. Get Harry Kane to send a message to the squad. Gene, like they're gonna need everything, every kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, I reckon like someone like a Ledley King. Don't have to be Ledley King, but someone who's a club legend that
yeah,
knows the club inside out. Like, and he's been working there as well, innit?
yeah.
So
Him
let's
and
fight.
Defoe as well. I heard like a couple of rumors saying about. I know like everyone's saying, "Oh, Redknapp's old," but you don't need him to come in and do
And
the coaching
exactly.
and stuff. Like he just be a motivator. Like you can have coaches, like you said, bring in Eddie King, bring in Defoe. I know Defoe's working there as well. Bring them
Yeah.
three together. You get what I mean? Like
Les Ferdinand's there as well.
yeah, bring those old school players who know what it means to play for Spurs. Like I said, like you don't need tactics at the moment. You just need to get motivation in them players. Like you need to play. We need you to do this. We need to do that. And for the last 7 games, like I reckon out of them 7 games, they probably need 2 wins and a draw. They should survive.
Yeah. Let me run through the games. So next they got Sunderland away.
Not winning that.
Then they got Brighton at home.
They might get a draw if they're lucky.
Wolves away. Going to Wolves
Wolves
has been tough for everyone.
That's not an easy round. They've been playing well. I know they're like down and out, but they're playing with so much freedom now.
Exactly.
That ain't an easy game either, man. Possibly get a draw. I don't see him winning that.
Then they got Villa away. Villa are gonna still be fighting for the top 4.
It depends if where that game falls between. If that falls in like
The
say
Europa,
the semi-final of the Europa. So that one again, can't see him winning that.
Then they're at home to Leeds, and listen, Leeds have been grinding out some good results as well.
Yeah,
this season. And then they were away at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea.
They winning that, and Chelsea be happy to send them down and their fans.
And then last game of the season, they're at home to Everton, and their home record is not good this season. I swear they probably got the worst home record this season.
Yeah,
they must have.
I don't think if they won a game this season at home.
Maybe I think like one. I think they've just won one game at home this season, Spurs, and that was the beginning of the season against Burnley. I don't think they've won at home again since. You know what I'm saying? Which is mad when you think about it. Like they've just been getting battered at home, and it's not even like losing 1-0. If they've been getting beaten at home, like really beaten. You know, Crystal Palace a couple of weeks ago, Nottingham Forest just then. Like, you know, and I know a lot of Spurs fans saying, yeah, but you know, injuries, blah, blah, blah. But come on, man. When you look at the first 11 they have been putting out recently, Van der Ven, Romero, Porro, and
Spence,
Basuma, Spence, like, you know, Solanke and Tell, and you're looking at some of them players and you're like, they should be good enough to not have Spurs down where they are, but they're just not. They're just, Thomas. They weren't playing for Thomas Frank towards the end, and they don't seem to be playing at all for Tudor as well. So
tough times, man.
Tough times, we shall see. But yeah, man. All right, bro. Well, yeah, man. It's just a quick update from us. Like, share, subscribe as usual, and I'm sure we'll do a little England video later on in the week just to talk about England, Uruguay, and if there's anyone else that's dropped out and stuff like that.
And then probably talk about our squad for the World Cup. Who will take in the 26? Yeah,
who are we gonna leave? Whew. Boy, I see somewhere they said it was Eze, Palmer, and someone else, they said it was fighting for one spot.
Foden, I think it was, isn't it?
Was it Foden? Yeah.
I think it was Foden. Yeah.
Fighting for one spot. When you look at that, you're like, boy. I mean, Eze is probably the guy in form out of the three.
Front runner. He was definitely the front runner. If you're looking at those three players, the last month, he was definitely the front runner.
Yeah, this injury. I just hope this injury hasn't set him back too much. You know, it's a shame. Skelly's just feel for Skelly, man.
You do, man. Because think about it, I was listening to a few pods today, and they're saying like O'Reilly is doing exactly what MLS did last year, innit?
Yeah.
Came in, did really well. Was it scored in his debut as well, didn't he? For
England, yeah.
He was like, and now it's like O'Reilly's sort of taking him over, whereas O'Reilly's like coming and he's doing well. I didn't even see, there was another stat I saw about O'Reilly. You know, he always scores 2 goals. Whenever he scores a goal, he scores 2. Yeah, he always scores 2 goals, man.
See? He's a good player, man. I didn't know he was so tall as well, man. Jesus, he's a giant.
6'4", man. I didn't really look that tall either, man. He runs all day, man. He's got an engine on him, man. The kid done really well. I was shocked he started at left back though. I thought because he's been playing in midfield recently, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So
he's played at right back this season. He's played in DM. He's played in CM. Played left back. He's just utility man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we shall see, boy. But yeah, man. All right, cool. We'll be back in a week with chat some England, man.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Bless her, everyone. If you're watching this, just hit a subscribe, man, and a like. All right. Peace.
What a massive win. Absolutely incredible.